Hi guys, welcome back to Dorm Diaries, and I'm just gonna talk about my week as always. Yesterday I watched a video about how to speak more eloquently, and it was basically just about oh, I did it. It was basically just about how to speak more charismatically and effectively, and I don't think I lack charisma. Like I think I can get my message across pretty well, but I think that my mind thinks a lot faster than my mouth moves, so I end up stuttering a lot. And I've talked about this like before. Oh my gosh, it's happening again. So I'm basically what I'm trying to do is um think a little bit more before I speak because I know exactly what I want to say, but the issue is like how I convey it. So it's not the preparation, it's the execution. So I'm just gonna be more conscious of like the way I'm speaking so that I can ensure that my message gets across the way I want it to. Yeah. So that video is really insightful. I'm gonna link it in the description because I liked it a lot. And I really love watching videos that just teach you how to do things that you see in other people that you really admire, you know? Like one of my closest friends, like she is such an eloquent speaker. Like everything that she says just sounds so profound, and it's not even what she says. Like yes, what she says is very important, it's very profound, but it's the way she speaks. Like her confidence is insane, and I really admire that about her, and I told her that. And yeah, I am a firm believer in like surrounding yourself with people who make you want to do better, you know, not just people who allow you to be stagnant. Like I don't think those are the best people for you. But I mean, I feel like we all kind of have those people in our lives, and that's okay. Um, but like with maturing comes like even outgrowing some people, and again, that's okay. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, talking about my week. So this is in no specific order, but I wanted to touch on these things because I'm pretty hungry, and I had the opportunity to make ground beef in my friend's dorm, so my meal prepping can go a little bit easier. I did, however, make rice in a mug, and I just think that's pretty barbaric. So Um, yeah, that's something I did this week. Something else I did was change my entire workout routine, and my hand is very ashy. Wow, don't look at that. I have been doing the same like workouts for the past 6 months, and I haven't really like added any variety to my routine because I was really comfortable with like what I was doing, you know. And I feel like I even said it in the video, like I got way too comfortable with being comfortable, and I feel like once you stop pushing yourself to do things, especially things that are hard, that's when you stop growing. So I created a whole new routine with ChatGPT, and my brother helped me, of course. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited to see how that goes because it's more training for endurance rather than just pure strength. And I realized that my issue was that I could do a couple reps and then I'd be out of breath. And like even walking up the stairs, like I'm out of breath, but I go to the gym every single day. Like that doesn't make sense to me. And it's because I've been focusing on pure strength rather than endurance. So for the next 8 weeks, I'm just taking like a little break from just purely strength training and working on cardio conditioning and being more like athletic in general. Like I'm strong, there's no doubt about that, but it's and like I don't have the greatest endurance, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna work on that. And I'm gonna update you guys each week, but I am going home on Tuesday. I'm so excited. I don't know if you could call it homesick. I think I just miss my dog. So I don't think I'm homesick. I think I'm just like no, yeah, I guess that's homesickness. I don't know. But I really miss my dog, and I'm gonna get the opportunity to see him on when Tuesday night. Yeah. I haven't seen him, like I haven't gone home since I got to college, so I've been here since like late August. And last year I went home like twice by now. But I was just like, I'm busy. I don't really want to pay for going back home, and I probably should have, but it's nice to know that like there has to be like some sort of balance because I feel like I went home too many times first year, and this year I didn't go home enough. So I think right at like the midway point, that's when I'll go home and like visit, so I'm not like homesick. And then what I do? Oh, Guys, I stood up to my dad for the first time, and this sounds kind of crazy, but my dad is very traditional Nigerian man. Uh, a lot of his like morals and values like are rooted in. I'm not gonna say misogyny. I'm not gonna say misogyny, but I'm gonna say he's very traditional. And I showed him a video because he doesn't really know that I like make videos and stuff like that. Like, well, he knows, but he doesn't know like the extent of it. He thinks it's just like a little like side thing, but I'm pretty passionate about it. I like talking. I like voicing my opinions. I like putting myself out there, inspiring others. Like it's something I'm very passionate about. So I don't bring it up to him a lot because I know that he'll criticize it. And that's just kind of how he is. And I've accepted that. That's just his character, and it's okay. Well, it's not okay, but it's fine. Um, but I was showing him some videos like last month, I want to say, of me like working out, and he was just like, "You're getting guns. It's too much like muscles." And I was just like, "Oh," and I kind of laughed it off because I thought he was joking. And then I called him yesterday, and then he was like, "Your brother told me that you were deadlifting really heavy, like you're getting really muscly." And I was like, "Oh yeah," and he was just like, "Men don't like that. Men don't find that attractive." And I was just like, "Oh, what does that have to do with me?" Like I'm confused. And he was just like, what did he say? Yeah, he's like, men are gonna be scared that you're gonna beat them up. And I was just like, well, isn't it good if men fear me in some way? Because that means that they're not going after my physical appearance and they're going after my personality. Like I'd rather them fear me and want to get to know me rather than like see me as an easy like target. I don't know. I just think his logic didn't make sense, and he was just like, "Well, you don't have to get so muscly. Like, I need you to stop." And I was just like, "No, I'm okay. I think I'm good." And I try to keep it as civil as possible because I have never stood up to my dad ever. Like, I kind of just accept what he says, and I don't always act on it, of course. But I listen to him. I hear him out. But at this point of my life, I just feel like if I've like gotten so much better at advocating for myself and speaking up for myself, why not do it with the people I'm closest to? And yeah, so I did that. Small wins for Latasia. That was pretty solid. I don't remember how it ended. I think I just asked him if he's making food for Thanksgiving. I don't know. I kind of diffused the situation because he wasn't getting mad. He was like, "Well, it's your choice. It's your choice. It's your body. It's your choice." And I was like, "Yeah, yep." Um, so I guess it's like finding. I guess I never like brought it up as like a serious topic to him in the first place. I was kind of just like, "Oh yeah, I work out a lot." And he was just like, "Oh, that's cool," but I guess he didn't know the extent of which I work out, and which that's okay. That's okay. I wasn't really open with it, but that's kind of because I know how he is. So yeah. Moving on. I also helped to set up a third space on campus, and I'm really excited for that. Like it's kind of I hope that it turns into like a safe haven of sorts because I really did want a space to talk about like philosophy and other issues in psychology and like mortality, like heavy topics that no one wants to talk about. I'm really excited to talk about them, and that's kind of like what the club is for. And I'm super excited. And I don't really know anybody in it. I know of people in it, and I've like encountered a couple people, and like I'm friends with one of my closest friends is in it with me, but I pray we can keep that a very small circle because like it's not that I don't want more people in it. That's not the thing. I know me, and I know that the more people that are there, the less vulnerable I'm going to be. Yeah. So we'll see how that works out. I kind of just like doxed it, so that's on me. But yeah, that was that. Um Also, I'm on my third week of creatine, and third, maybe fourth. I don't remember. Third, I think. I don't know. And not gonna lie, I enjoyed taking creatine. I think that I've seen a bunch of benefits, and like there's a lot of pros to taking it. But seeing the number on the scale go up is slightly stressing me out, just ever so slightly. But I'm going home soon, like I said, so I can like more closely track so I can get like reset and lock in. Yeah. Um yeah. That was like my only con of creatine. Like it you store so much water weight, and I have to like keep reminding myself that it's just water weight because I've been pretty good with like my like not overeating, which is like a tendency I've always had. So I'm not like too worried about the scale. As long as like my body looks good and I feel good in my body, then I'm fine. Like as long as it functions, it's fine. It's okay. What else? I've also been drinking a gallon of water each day for the past 2 week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't know. Ever 2 weeks, yeah. I have never felt so hydrated in my life. I am also coming to the conclusion that I might be allergic to whey though, because every time I take my protein, like I wasn't taking protein and my skin was clearing up so well. But every time I drink protein powder now, my face starts to break out and I'm noticing it. And it's like I knew that it was the whey in the first place, but I was trying to like give it the benefit of the doubt, but I kind of can't anymore because as soon as I started drinking it, my face started breaking out. And I was like, dang. So I have to find another way to get my protein in, which is gonna be pretty hard, especially being at school. Like protein shakes are kind of the only way I get my protein in. So I can always just get like whey free protein, but I don't know. Like pea protein is kind of gross to me, and it's more expensive. But it might be worth it for I don't know. I gotta weigh up my options. We'll see. Um, what else? Honestly, that's pretty much it. I have noticed that I use this is like more of like a heavier subject, I guess. I've noticed that I've been using music to cope with silence. And I knew that I've always done that, but I feel like living alone, as much as I love it, the silence truly does get to me. Like it gets too quiet and then it's like deafening almost. That sounds really sad. What the heck? But it's just like, hi guys, I ran out of storage and I'm not refilming this, and I don't really know where I left off. But I was saying that the silence of my room, like not having a roommate, is pretty deafening. But I am acknowledging that I do have to learn how to be okay without, like, being okay with the silence. That's like my goal for the rest of the year. Like, I need to be okay because I'm noticing it's like what I've always done. I use music to cope. I use music as a crutch, or like like any sort of stimulation. Like I can have a YouTube video playing in the background so that I don't. It's like the silence is not there. And I always say that I'm okay with silence. Like when I'm with people, like I don't need them to talk all the time. And I truly do appreciate just being in people's company rather than. I'm not saying I prefer talking to. I prefer not talking to people, but I'm someone who doesn't think you need to speak all the time. I think comfortable silence is okay. But this silence is uncomfortable. And I truly do love not having a roommate. Like I would not want a roommate, but that's what I'm noticing. That like I'm using music too much, depending on it too much to like get through my day. Will I stop? Pro- Probably not realistically. I think I'll stop like listening to music to go to bed. But other than that, one day, and I don't really remember. I was talking for like 10 more minutes after this too. What the heck? What was I saying? Oh, I was saying how my goal is to be an intellectual in every aspect. I want to know so much. I want to consume so much more knowledge. And I talked about this in one of my other videos, but I've been listening to like videos on stoicism and stuff and philosophy because I truly do like it's something I've always had interest in, but I never knew how to like approach getting into it. So I've been watching like video essays and uh like analyses. I don't know. I've been watching a bunch of like consuming different types of media so I can understand philosophy better, and I don't know why I'm so interested in philosophy. Like I don't know what draws me to it because I know that every time I start learning about anything like philosophical, I have a crisis. But I don't know. This time it's different. Like I genuinely am truly interested in it, and I've been writing like notes about it and stuff like that. So we will see. Hopefully we can talk about this in the third space that I was talking about. And I brought something else up too, and I can't remember what it was, but it was really good. But if it's not good, it'll come up again. So yeah, I'm getting pretty tired and I want my food. So I'm gonna go now. I'll talk to you guys soon. I'm trying to think. The next time I'll talk to you is on Sunday because that's when I come back home from Thanksgiving break. So yeah, I'll be back on Sunday with another video. And I don't know if I said it in the last video, but I'm gonna say it again now. I didn't post last week because I was pretty burnt out from everything, and I think that's okay. So as much as I want to stay consistent, I'd rather just like not do it than like half do it. Um, and I think that's all I have for today. If anything else comes up, follow my Instagram because I usually just post like whatever I'm thinking or whatever I'm doing on there. At Tay's Hobbies. I'm probably not gonna edit this, so at Tay's Hobbies once again. That's the Instagram. Yeah. Okay. Bye guys. Have a good week.